Guys, and welcome back to another episode of Outcasts to Icons. Now, of course, there's no face cam at the moment because this is the draw for the Champions League. Now, what you're actually going to see after this game, is you're going to see the highlight of the game I've just played, a highlight of the game I haven't played, and then you're also going to see a highlight of the game that will be played after the first leg of this. It's a little bit weird. I know it messes with the timeline a little bit, but sometimes you just have to do this. Otherwise, the highlight packages will keep dropping in and out, and it's best to just bundle it all together. So I hope that makes sense. So let's jump into this. We've got Chelsea, Bruges, Bayern, City, PSG, Monaco, Real Madrid. Frankly, I don't care who we get because all of those teams sound incredibly difficult. Bruges probably, but that might not be a good thing at all. For all we know, they're absolutely OP. So let's just do this. If we've got any chance of winning this, we have to beat some of these teams. So Bruges, come on, Bruges, Roma. Oh, Bruges, Bayern, damn it. Monaco, perhaps I would take. Please not Chelsea though. We've already had to play them in this on this save. Oh, come on. City will play against Real Madrid, which means Monaco, PSG in an all-French quarter-final. So Bruges, Bayern, Chelsea, Roma over 2 legs. That's going to be tough. We really are going to have to work our arses off in those 2 legs to try and get through to the semis. I was hoping we wouldn't get drawn against someone like Chelsea, but we're going to have to, if we're going to win this tournament this year, we're going to have to beat all of these types of teams. So we just got to keep on pushing. So guys, enjoy some highlights of some games that are spread out over the course of this episode, and I will join you for the first leg against Chelsea in a couple of seconds. I'll see you guys in a second. But brought down by Arapi. The pressure is continuing. Dalsgaard. Ervig Druppel. Goes around his man. Can he find a good cross? He does. Halserta's on the ball. Across for Di Placido, and of course it's in the back of the net. Roma 1, Albino Leffe 0. Marcelo Di Placido, 46 goals this season for him. A lot of space between the lines. Capper's through though, and he must score, and he does, and that's 2-0 to Roma now. We are clinical as ever and running away at the top of the league now. Surely the title is ours this year if we carry on like this. Sayens is boss, straight into the back of the net, and Albino Leffe out of nowhere are back in the game with yet another one of these bloody free kicks. Falcao, there's plenty of men in the box still. Capper with the strike, and it's another goal. Roma 3, Albino Leffe 0, and that surely sends us top. And Juve are losing again elsewhere. Lynn Kamari, oh what a great header that is. Roma 3, Albino Leffe 2, and somehow they're still in there. Yehuda Kamari, and how are they still in this game? There we go guys, Roma 3, Albino Leffe 2. We finished the game with 9 men due to all the injuries. Etter's ball now, still 0-0 here. But they've been massively on top. Danchev blocked. Arapi puts it in the back of the net. Torino 0, Roma 1 against the run of play, and we could potentially go 12 points clear at the top of the league now. What a moment that was. Antonio gets a foot in on it, and Todorovsky somehow still gets there. Palomba get a tackle in. Halserta, somebody put a fucking tackle in. They're gonna score. Of course they are. How many fucking tackles did he need to put in there? Brielle Mbolo equalises for Torino. It's really annoying. There was about 3 opportunities where he could have just cleared it. There we go, a 1-1 draw. It's not the worst result in the world, but we could have done with a win there to keep the momentum. Marin in for Danchev, starting up top today. Whips it into the box, cleared away. Marin currently at the back post, and it is Roma 1, Novara 0, and we inch closer towards the title. My goodness, let them score with their first shot on target. Ciadarella, Bertolini, and they have, of course they have, because that's what happens, isn't it? Roma 1, Novara 1. We really should have scored at least 2 goals by now. Verisco. Going all the way through. Oh, what a strike that is from the youngster. Cosimo Verisco might well have just scored the goal that hands Roma the league title at the end of the season. What an important goal that is from the youngster. Rapi's free kick, long ranger, and oh, it's blocked, and Verisco's in there again. My goodness, the youngster's now got himself a brace. His first and second goals for the club come in the same game to rescue us from a perilous position. Behind there, Paolucci brings it down, whips it across. Verisco's in again. Oh my Jesus. Cosimo Verisco has just scored a hat-trick for us. His first, second and third goals for the club have all come in the final 5 minutes of a game against Novara. What a performance. We go Roma 4, Novara 1, Cosimo Verisco, take a bow, son. Right guys, we're back. I decided to jump straight into the game for the first time because I can't really show you the stats of games I've not actually played yet, so I'll show you all of that stuff in the tables before I do the next game basically. So we're just going to jump straight in for the Chelsea match now. We're on counter. I decided to just kind of try and just do what we can away from home against Chelsea, kind of like we did in the game against them in the group stages. I was just disappointed to play against them again, really. I thought we'd play someone a little bit different just to keep things fresh, really, but there you go. We've got a double header against Chelsea. We've got to just do everything we can in these away legs to just try and avoid... Oh, come on. Barry Furlong now bringing it forward for Chelsea. Don't let him score this. Sorry, guys. I'm so fucking sick of giving the penalties away. That one didn't even look like it was in the box again. After just 15 minutes, what are you doing, Falcao? There's 5 of you around him. Matthew, the Belgian international, steps up, goes straight through the goalkeeper, and it is Chelsea 1, Roma 0. Sorry, I really lost my shit there. That was absolutely fucking annoying. I hate those... It looked like it was at least on the line, but what can you do? Frustrating as hell to concede like that, as if they need the help. Also, Boisson, I thought he was going to get there. It looked like it was so close to him getting that. Matthew, the Belgian international, steps up straight. Oh, Boisson's nowhere near that, actually. It just looked like it went over his head, but obviously, you know, not quite the same as that. We need to offer something in today's game, basically. And we can't afford to lose by too many as well, because I don't know how we're going to do at home against Chelsea. It will be a very, very tough one. But unfortunately, when you get stuff like that happen to you, it's going to be really difficult to come back from it. Are we just going to allow him to run all... What is the point? You know, it doesn't matter how well you play, because things like that will just happen instead. And the problem is, like, fair enough, over the course of a season, you can cancel out shit like that. But when it happens in these kind of games, it just really makes it a lot less fun playing this game, when you just get so much of that. It's a... what are we supposed to do? We've got to have to do one hell of a fight back now. Antonio whips it across, Di Placido's header, and of course it's not gone in. So close. Hit the goalkeeper and the post, I think, before it actually went out in the end. Falcao now with the ball in. A Rappi flick on. Not quite. Di Placido strike, and Pico makes another save. And, I don't know at this point. I don't want to play long balls. Alfonsinho's been injured for Chelsea. I don't want to start playing long ball just yet. It is only, you know, we've had 7 shots as well as them. We've had 3 good half chances as well. That's the worst thing about it. We've just not scored. And they've scored a penalty and that ridiculous deflected shot that could have been stopped so much earlier. Capra up to Marks. Can he slip it through for Di Placido? No. No, we can't. Catarini, now Di Placido's onside. No, he's not. Well, it doesn't matter because he's not got near the ball. Romagna now to Pico. We look like we've got a goal in us. Chelsea do look vulnerable at times. We've got into good positions against them. It's just that we haven't quite had the luck of the draw when it's actually come to the chances being taken, unfortunately. You know, they hit the post instead of going in, whereas theirs deflect off our players and go in. Savary, and that's wide, thank God for that. But we do need to hit the target more in this second period. Dalsgaard, if we got a goal back before half-time, it could make all the difference. That's a really poor piece of play, but somehow we've still got the ball. Catarini now, and that's a poor effort from him. Well off target. I don't know why he's even shooting there. I've got every possible instruction I can have on to stop them from doing that, and yet they will not fucking stop it. So there we go. We've not been good enough, but we've certainly not been 2-0 down bad. I don't feel like we deserve to be 2 goals to the behind in this game. That being said, what the hell are we supposed to do? I don't want to go start lumping it in the second half. We're not on get stuck in, so we shouldn't be conceding any more penalties than usual, but we've just got to go for it again. I want an away goal. A 2-0 defeat here is not good enough, particularly not with the 2 goals that they've actually scored. We need a goal, and if it's like gets to like 60 and we've still not done it, right, we might have to start attacking a little bit more now, unfortunately, which could leave us open, but a 2-0 defeat here is simply not good enough. It just doesn't do us any favours. Capra's not had a good... Well, this is the thing. It's so much more difficult. Neither of our wingers have done all that well today. And neither's Jefferson Marim, to be honest. But, with that being said, what on earth changes do we make? Capra's looking knackered, and I can't afford to get him injured. I'm going to have to bring on Danchev. I might even be tempted to try and go through the middle, because out wide, like, cross completion is not... What's the point? I mean, what's the point, guys? When... I don't even know what else to say. This is such a... What are you doing? And I love the way my defenders just stop running and the goalkeeper just continues to shuffle out like a fucking robot. Yeah, mate, you're not C-3PO. What can you do? When they defend perfectly fine and you come up against a team like Chelsea and they just go, actually, no, we're not going to bother today. Today's our day off of defending. We now have no choice but to absolutely throw everything at this. And this is what I mean. We were always going to have a game like this at some point. And it just feels like it just sort of ruins the fun so often when you get these games. Like, I don't mind losing when they score goals against you, but this is... it's so disappointing to concede those types of goals so often. You know, deflected goals. And... goals that your goalkeeper just allow. I bet you he goes for this with his foot and it just rolls underneath it. That's my prediction. I can't believe we're 4-0 down here. That would be my prediction anyway. A 4-0. Sorry, I bet you he goes for this with his foot and it trickles underneath it. Oh no, he's just somehow saved it into his own net anyway. Good stuff there, Emmerich. you just, I don't know what you're supposed to do in knockout games, particularly in my 2 current saves. It just seems what is he doing? Probably putting it in from that angle as well. They just suddenly turn into a bunch of lemons the moment they come up against a half-decent team. It's really bizarre to watch how they suddenly go from being fantastic defenders to, look at that! What is that touch? It's one of those games where you get it so often. I constantly talk about it, where all of a sudden your players can no longer control a football. I don't understand what relevance playing Chelsea has on your ability to control a football. They can do it fine normally, but then for some reason they just suddenly switch off and cannot do anything right. Marks, nobody there. Oh, hello, Placido's got it. He hasn't really done much today, but a goal here would give us still no hope whatsoever. And he's blazed it over the bar. I mean, we've not been 4-0 bad. I really don't think we've been as bad as the scoreline suggests, unfortunately, but the chances we've let them have been that bad, unfortunately. Wow, that was a shocking shot. I don't know if we got a deflection from there or something. I know that we probably shouldn't be on overload because we're just inviting more pressure, but at this point, the away goal is worth more to me because it would give us a chance. I'd rather lose 4-1 by taking the risk of losing 5-0, to be honest, because if we get that goal, it would still be a mammoth effort in the next leg needed, but, you know, it's slightly more doable than losing 4-0 or 5-0, really. That gives us no hope. And frankly, we've given ourselves no hope with some of the absolutely pedestrian defending. And, I mean, the first goal, why is he fouling there? It didn't look like it was in the box. The second one, it's a deflection. The third one, I can't even remember the third one. Oh, yeah, it was the shitty back pass one. And Placido's through, and he's missed it. We can't hit the target. We couldn't hit a donkey's backside with a banjo at this point. Yeah, it's just one of those games, unfortunately, and they come along a little bit too often for my liking, and it's disappointing, but we've just got to have to put up with it, I guess. Looks like it isn't going to be our year, and our final season at Roma probably isn't going to end with a Champions League crown, which is a real shame. I would like to have at least... I wouldn't have minded losing 4-0 here if they'd scored 4 really good goals and absolutely smashed us, but they just haven't. And it's a real shame, but there you go. We've allowed them to do that, and that's what you get for it, unfortunately. We need to do better in the second leg, but it doesn't really matter how good. We'll probably win it 3-0 or something and end up going out, but there you go. What you get, really, isn't it? So, I'll join you guys in a sec for the second leg. God help us, is all I can say. Right, guys, we're back. So, let's take a quick gander at the squad and the league before we jump into the second leg against Chelsea, which I don't have a lot of high hopes for, to be honest, guys, but we're going to do our best to try and recount a little bit of that clusterfuck that we had in the last episode. So the squad at the moment is looking like this. The last 5 games, the best player has been... Well, I mean, look at that. I didn't know that when I did the last game. What a performance he did put in against Navarra. Falcao, though, has actually been our top man over those few games. As you can see, Di Placido's last few matches, still a decent result, but not quite as good as you'd imagine. So Falcao is actually going to be the man of the month for us, so to speak. So that's important. Let's take a quick gander at the league. So as you can see, we're 7 points above Juve with 6 games to go, and I still think we've got enough in the tank to win it. The drop points against Torino did not help us, but the late surge against Novara really did the trick, and Varisco may well have just saved our season, because that could have started to get a little bit slippery there. But obviously, if we do go out, which it seems like we will, we'll be able to focus and get ourselves over the league, and maybe see if we can do the double, league and cup, because the next episode, unless we go through today, will be the cup final against Juventus, and then the final episode of Roma will be the last 2 games of the season, but also in there we'll be doing a look at all the other clubs, as well as a sort of general squad report and a sort of a look back. I might even put like a little thing at the end where I maybe sim into the future to see how Di Placido's career actually does pan out, and see whether he can continue that form into the future as well. I might put that in the episode as well. So that's basically that. Let's just take a little look at what we're going to be doing today. So I mean, look at that. Monaco 5, PSG 0, Real Madrid beat City, and Bruges only lost 3-1 to Bayern. So, they were at home, to be fair, I guess. So, we've got Chelsea next, and we've got to do something special. As you can see, I rested players massively against Navarra, as you'll have already seen, of course. But that means we got some freshness, at least a little bit of freshness back for the game against Chelsea. But we've got to attack from the off. We really do need to go on attacking from the very beginning. They said we should go defensive positioning for this game. I said, no, we're going attacking movements. We have to win this match. We can't thwart Chelsea. We need to batter Chelsea. That's the difference, unfortunately. We can't afford to sit there. Why does my assistant keep... Right. Tight marking. Never. He's the guy that was running through people. I don't know why Burgos wants that. That was a stupid thing to suggest, and I shouldn't have let him do that, really. That's my fault. So, we're going to go on attacking from the off here, because we have no choice in the matter, and we just need to absolutely blitz them. Our luck needs to be absolutely we need about as good luck as they had in the last game in order to even get close to them, and I don't think that's going to be up our street. I still think, though, and I expect that we will win this game. An early goal would do us the world of good. Capra running into the box. He's all the way through. He's all the way through, and how is that not in the back of the net? How have we not scored there? These are the sort of chances that they would comfortably have put away, and that's the issue for us. Look at the way we've started this game. We're absolutely flying out the traps, but we've not got the goal. A goal there really would start to, well, it wouldn't do much for them, but it would at least make them a little bit more unsure of themselves and make them retreat a little bit more, you'd like to think. Irving Drupal now, go on, a whip ball in. Di Placido, goal! There we go. 1-0 to Roma, hugely important start, and my God, have we deserved it. Look at the stats for the first sort of 27 minutes. 12 shots already. We've already hit the target 9 times, and that's the worry for me. I'd like to have at least scored maybe 2 out of that, and we really should be 2-0 up now if Capra does his job properly. 2-0 up after half an hour in this game, and I'd actually really have to start thinking that we are going somewhere, but I just don't think we're going to do it. Hello. Catarini, marry him at the back post, and it's in the back of the net again. Roma 2, Chelsea 0. Jefferson, this thing is, it should be 3 right now. I'm not complaining, well I am, but we really should be 3 goals to the good against them already here, and we are doing a hell of a job here at doing it, but we can't afford that away goal, and that could be the problem for us today, is that if they score when they really don't look like it at the moment, but that doesn't mean they won't, because you know what they're like. Right, we're 2 goals to the good, it should be 3, but we've still got ourselves a chance, amazingly, at getting something from this game and actually getting ourselves through. If we did it, it would probably be my... I don't think... Okay, I might change that, but you know, if we were to actually come back and go through from the situation we gave ourselves after that first leg, I would be in... And there you go. Well, also Mark's picked up an injury, which means that he's missed this game, so De Curzio's had to play, which is a little bit annoying, but what can you do? We've been dominant in this one, but we need more domination. We need to be absolutely... we need to concentrate a bit more, because I've noticed that our shots on target percentage has started to fall a little bit in the second half, and we cannot afford that. We cannot allow them back into the game. There's so many things we cannot do, and this game relies on us not doing them, and unfortunately what's about to happen now is that they're about to score a goal. So we're just going to prepare for that. By taking a little look at the team and seeing who's not played so well and who we can move on. Arapi hasn't played that well in the back line, so we're going to get Kaleshnikov in, although I may well switch. Oh, actually, no. No, that's reasonable. And Capra's looking not great for fitness-wise, but we need him on the team, basically. We have no choice but to have him out there. So, watch Chelsea now score a really annoying goal. Janvier's ball in. Oh, what about that for defending? We needed that. We may have to go overload for the final 20 minutes, I think, if we don't score soon, overload for the final 20. That's the only option, and that's how it's going. We're going to go push forward. Concentration is kind of done now. Oh, shit, I should have put it on overload first. And Janvier's been injured for Chelsea, so let's push higher up. Let's take more risks. We have no choice in the matter. We need to... Yep, let's do that. Close the goalkeepers down as well. Let's run at them a little bit. Let's make them work for these final 20 minutes. Even if we can get a 3rd goal, just to sort of push them. We've been really good today, and unfortunately, it just isn't going to get what we deserve from this game. And it's a shame, because we've done well. We've been probably valued for more than a 2-0 win here, and that's what's most depressing about it. We probably could have had a 3rd goal in it. Oh, God. Watch them score now. There's so many players in there. It's headed away. Go on. Right, Irving Drupal, bring this forward, lumps it downfield. Di Placido's got so much space out wide. De Curzio, he's got a man over. Please find him. Catarini's through. He must score. He doesn't. This is what I mean. How are we not scoring these situations? If this is at the other end, they'll put that in with their arse cheeks, frankly. We should be so... We should really have won this game 4-0. We've had 2 absolutely gilt-edged chances which we've not taken, and that is going to be the death of us in the Champions League, unfortunately, guys. Antonio now. Whips it across. Capra brings it down. It's a horrific first touch. Antonio again. Back to De Curzio, and it's going to go out. No, it's not. And that will do it. Roma 2, Chelsea 0, and we've battered them on the night, but not enough. And we needed to take our chances. We needed a little bit of luck, perhaps. Actually, we didn't. We just needed to take our chances. We didn't even need the luck. We could have even done that. But there you go, guys. Sometimes you just don't get what you deserve on the night. But there you go. Unfortunately, some of those horrific goals in the first leg have really cost us there. And our inability to put the ball in the back of the net in the second leg from really good positions. And that is us out of the Champions League again. And that means Roma will not win the Champions League in this series, which is a real shame. But we've done everything we could, really. So in the next episode, we'll be doing the Coppa Italia final against Juventus, and of course we will also be doing, in the final episode after that, a sort of roundup as well as the final 2 games, because I don't really know how we're going to do in these next few matches, so I don't think the title will be wrapped up by the time we get to that last episode somehow. So I'll see you guys then. Thank you for watching. If you have, please do drop a like on the video. That would be amazing. And yeah, if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. We will be doing more videos like this, of course, into FM16. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode for the game against Juventus. Let's try and at least finish this season off by doing the double. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.